What's up, YouTube? It's the action figure grader coming back to you with a preview for the latest Hakes auction. And by the time this video airs, bidding will be underway for this auction. And let me tell you, this is auction lot number 240. The auction starts on the 27th, which is the same day this video is going to air. And I think the auction runs until the end of March. And let me tell you, this batch is probably one of the greatest batches of items that Hakes has had in a while. It's really incredible. Some very rare stuff here. Before I dig it any further, I need to say a couple of thank yous. First, new channel supporter, new Patreon supporter, Big Q619. Thank you for becoming a channel supporter on Patreon. And then I also did receive 2 supers from recent videos. Jeff E. Thank you so much for the super. And then Dominic R. I've gotten to know him here recently. I mean, you guys that send these supers, Dwayne C. is another one. Laugh It Up Fuzzball 70. You guys send those supers, and it's really generous of you guys to help support the channel. Thank you so much for all of the channel support from everyone. All right, so I'm showing you guys the digital catalog because the items are not up yet. But as I said, the auctions will be live by the time this video airs. I will put a link just in case you want to look at the digital catalog. I'll put a link in the video description. The Star Wars items start on item number 1548. And in the upper left-hand corner, there is a search bar. Just type in 1548. It'll take you right to the Star Wars items. But there's comic books, there's other toy lines, just really rare stuff, Transformers, G.I. Joes, you name it. They've got it in this auction. So we're going to start off here. I'm going to try to be fairly quick because there's going to be so much to go through. But I hope that you guys have saved some money. There are some amazing items in this batch. I am definitely going to be going after a number of items myself. We'll see how it goes. The first off, we got some AFA. We got an AFA long display header for the 12 action figures. So this would be like a store display header, graded AFA 70. And then we've got some other store displays. We got a Shelf Talker, Toy Center, Toy Galaxy. We've got the large bell size 12-back store display. Just some incredible stuff. This is one that's a really rare one. This is like a dangler. They call it a dangler display, graded AFA 60. 3 new action figures. The Jawa with the cape, or with the robe, cloth robe, the Death Squad Commander, and the Tusken Raider. So that has to be extremely early dangler that came, that dangled from the ceiling when the first 12-back figures were showing up at retail, since it says 3 new action figures, but they're the first 12 figures. So you know that's an early one. We've got an early bird certificate graded CAS 85+. We've got an early bird mailer kit with the double telescoping Luke Skywalker Farm Boy. That one's graded AFA 85. So that one's going to be expensive. And then we start getting into some other, mail-away type items, store displays, and, or not store displays, but the early bird kit that is all displayed out AFA 80. Another early bird set that is the non-telescoping saber Luke, graded AFA 75+. And then we get into the 12-backs. I mean, they have got something for every budget, as long as that budget is very high. We've got some 12-back A's for Luke Skywalker, AFA 70+, AFA 75, AFA 80. All of those are 12-back A's, 12-back B's, and 12-back C's as well for Luke Farm Boy. And here we go. We've got some others, including some foreign examples. We've got a Meccano Star Wars 12-back Princess Leia, graded AFA 75. And then all the other characters as well. So I'm going to kind of just go through them quickly. But here's a 12-back A Vinyl Cape Jawa, graded AFA 85+. And I'll be curious to see whether these are shadows on that cape versus actual staining. It's hard to tell from just the single photo. But by the time this auction goes live, you can zoom in on that Jawa to see if that's cape staining or if it's shadows. It looks like it could be just shadows. But AFA 85+ with an archival case. Unbelievable for a Vinyl Cape Jawa. We've got a 12-back C Darth Vader with the white background. And this is the Japanese Takara head sculpt. That one is graded AFA 80. That's going to be an expensive item. Some other Takaras. We got the Takara sticker 12-back C. Stormtrooper graded AFA 75. We've got a Palatoy 12-back C Darth Vader graded AFA 60. as well as another Takara sticker, Darth Vader 12-back B, graded AFA 75. So some beautiful foreign examples there. Here are some 20 backs. Here's another rare one that we talk about. This is the wind-up R2-D2 graded AFA 60 for the, Kenner Canada version. It's unpunched. Absolutely stunning. That one's going to go for big money, even in low grade. I'll be curious to see what it goes for. I would guess $7,000, $8,000 minimum. I don't know, but that's not something you see pop up very often. As well as some 21-back offerless. You've got all of the Cantina creatures, as well as some R5-D4s. 2 Boba Fetts that I can see. We got a 21-back B graded AFA 75 plus, as well as a 21-back, it's hard to see there, 1606 is a 20-back B, CAS 70, Kenner Canada bilingual blister for Boba Fett. That's something I don't know if I've ever seen. Is that labeled correctly for a 20-back? I always thought it was any Boba Fett was a 21-back, so that shows you what I know. Here is that 7-inch Takara Darth Vader graded AFA 80 plus. That's as mint as those get, and that is going to go for a ton of money as well. That's a very rare item. Next up, we've got some first shot prototypes for all of the Cantina creatures. An AFA, it looks like an AFA 50 for Greedo, an AFA 70 Walrus Man, a Hammerhead graded AFA 80, and then an engineering prototype Red Snaggletooth graded AFA 80 plus. So if you're into first shot prototypes, they've got all of the Cantina creatures though. Unbelievable. We've got a double telescoping saber, loose graded Luke Farmboy graded CAS 85 plus. It's just mind-blowing. Here's an interesting one. It's got a Vinyl Cape Jawa, a Ledy Jawa, and then a Toll Toys Jawa, all graded within the same case, graded CAS 75. So it looks like we've got yet another Vinyl Cape Jawa, graded 75 plus, a couple of blue snags, some 12-inch figures, including a loose graded 12-inch Ledy R2-D2, graded CAS 50 plus. We've got some die cast. We have a loose Sandcrawler complete with the remote control. Some other store displays for the Empire Strikes Back. Those are those really big store displays, as well as it looks like the Empire Strikes Back version of the special action figure display stand, which is extremely rare. I've only seen a couple of examples that are known to exist. I don't know how many are known to exist, but it's a very rare Empire Strikes Back version of the special action figure display stand. Absolutely insane. And keep in mind, for the digital catalog, it's got prices next to them. Those are the starting bid prices. Those are not the estimated kind of bid range as to where they expect to sell. The store, the virtual catalog lists the starting prices. Once the bidding actually starts on Hakes, it's the price that's shown next to the item is what the range is, and sometimes they're low, sometimes they're high. So just keep all that in mind. I kind of just ignore them, to be honest with you. They're usually completely off. But they've got some Empire Strikes Back carded figures, all very high grade. We've got a 32A Luke Skywalker clear blister, graded AFA 80. We've got a 31-back A Han Solo, so that's the debut card, graded AFA 80. It's a punched example with a price sticker. I'm going to go after that one. I can tell you that right now. I'm definitely going after that one. That's one that's on my want list for this year. So they finally got one that's kind of in my budget. Anytime they're punched with a price sticker, probably won't go nearly as high as some of the other ridiculous items that they've got here. Beautiful examples all the way around. We've got a 4-LOM ESB 47-back Boba Fett, graded AFA 75. Some Iggy's IG-88s in high grade. We've got a mint in sealed box AT-AT Walker, graded AFA 70 plus. One die-cast. We've got a die-cast Snowspeeder, graded yellowed AFA 80. And this is a really rare one. I gotta talk more about this. I've seen one of these on Facebook before. It's got no grade because it's an alternate Revenge logo kind of mock-up card back. So what they did was they used an ESB 45 back and they mocked up what a Revenge of the Jedi packaging would look like. This thing is extremely rare. It's an archival AFA case, and so it's been authenticated as legitimate. But because it's basically markers, this was hand-drawn by a Kenner engineer with kind of a weird Revenge of the Jedi card back. So this is really, really rare. The starting bid price is $5,000. you could expect that one to go for, I would guess, $15,000 to $20,000 easily. That's a very, very rare item. We've got another, this is another cool one I wanted to show you. So this is a Leia Bouche with a G.I. Joe kind of prototype mock-up helmet that has like a Gatling gun on it. And so let's read what it says. Princess Leia Organa Bouche disguise conceptual mock-up with blaster pack. It's a production figure, but it says the figure was used as a basic for a custom-made shoulder, it's really a helmet-mounted rocket launcher with droid claw arm. This mock-up was constructed from Hasbro, G.I. Joe, and Kenner Star Wars parts, and the helmet was attached back portion that holds 6 small non-removable rockets, a bar across the shoulders that was designed to have a rocket launcher and droid arm mounted. This claw arm is not currently attached but will stay in place for display. Some aging to the putty-like material used to connect the various pieces of this mock-up but remains very fine for display. Interesting one-of-a-kind concept for a piece that was never produced by Kenner. Very rare, comes notarized with a CIB COA. So the starting bid on it's $2,000. No idea what that's worth. That's the first time I've ever seen anything like that before. They also have one of those chrome first shot Darth Vader carrying cases. So this is a prototype chrome gold Vader case graded AFA 40. We got one revenge proof for Lando, and then we dig into some of the Return of the Jedi line, including a Clipper wraparound PBP. I'm sorry, that's the Dutch Clipper AFA 70 plus, but there is also a PBP version of Vader down here. I got them mixed up. This is the Vader 65 back Spanish PBP card back graded AFA 70 plus. And then they also have another Clipper wraparound Vader. So there's 3 different foreign Vaders, a 48 back, a 65 back B, and then you got the foreign Spanish PBP Vader. All of those mint on card, all of those graded 70 or 70 and 70 plus. We've got some Top Toys Argentinian card backs. We've got 2 Stormtroopers and 1 Vader. Absolutely insane. As well as the Top Toys Logray. That's really tough to find mint on card. The Vader and the Stormtrooper are fairly common, but the Logray is not. It came with a very specific mold. All of those have very specific factory Top Toys molds for the figures inside, and they're all graded. And then we got some more later Return of the Jedi. Here's another big one that we got to talk about. This is a Trilogo General Madine. For those of you unaware, this is easily a holy grail. And you're like, a holy grail for General Madine? Yes, for the Trilogo General Madine, this is extremely rare. This has got the French Meccano blister, graded AFA 60. The starting bid on it's $5,000. I bet it goes for $15,000 to $20,000. It's extremely rare. This one, and then the Jawa would be the next one that's the most rare. Here are some other Trilogos. We got a Luke Jedi. We've got a Leia Endor, an R2-D2 sensor scope, Yoda, A-Wing pilot, a Yak face graded AFA 60, a Darth Vader, a Stormtrooper, and then we got some of those KB Toys Overstock 2-packs. So this is a really interesting one. This is a CAS 85 loose graded Burgundy Cape Ledy Bib Fortuna, and it's graded with the blister, I think, and then also with the card back. Let's see, it's 1728. It is displayed with the card back, and I don't think it has the blister. It's hard to tell there, but it looks like it's got a blister there as well, but I can't tell for a fact. I'd have to, it might just be like a, oh yeah, it says a CAS blister support. Yeah, the blister is an original Ledy blister, plus the card back, plus a CAS 85 grade Burgundy Cape Ledy Bib Fortuna. Absolutely insane, man. Just amazing items. Here's some other prototypes and chromalins. We got a proof sheet for the Ewok Village. That's a chromalin. And then we've got another one for a, let's see, 1738 is laser rifle carrying case proof sheet graded AFA 85. We got a first shot charcoal colored Anakin Skywalker first shot prototype, and then we dig into the Power of the Force figures. Very, very high grades for all of those. And then the droids line, we got some, we got an AFA 75 qualified grade A-Wing fighter, and then it digs into some kind of other Japanese knickknacks and things like that. So, that's just a very broad overview, but a pretty incredible list of items. for just the Star Wars line. Let me tell you, if you collect Transformers G.I. Joe, you got to go check out the auctions because they got some very high grade items for those as well as some other toy lines that some of the toy lines I've never even heard of in this auction. So I'll be curious to see how everything ends out in kind of a down market. But my guess is because of the rarity for a lot of these items, you can expect these prices to be absolutely insane. For those of you new to Hakes, just keep in mind that you do have to pay, I think it's a 20% or 18% buyer's premium for Hakes. I've forgotten already. I haven't bid on Hakes in a while. No, that's not true. I bid on a comic book in the last auction. So I'm definitely, luckily, I've saved up some money because I'm definitely going to be going after a lot of awesome items in this batch. Good luck to all of you because there are some beauties in this one. Thanks as always for watching. Please be sure to leave a like, and I'll be back soon.